I do not take no pride nor pleasure in these types of videos. It's very draining. Um, I don't want to come off like clout chasing because of the person being the biggest YouTuber in the conscious sector of the community. He has over 1 million subscribers. However, DivaWuan is not afraid to call out bullshit no matter how mighty somebody might be. It's just I try my best if possible to avoid addressing ignorance. And I have a love-hate relationship with this particular person I'm about to address. For they spew quite a bit when it comes to this shit. And I usually let it go. But in this case, I got time today, Phil. So Phil, formerly known as the Phil the Advice Show, now known as Africa Diaspora or Diaspora, however you pronounce it, news network. He wanted to jump on the darn going Christian Lil Nas hate train, honey. And it's like, okay, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. And it's like, for somebody who claimed they ain't watched the BET Awards in years, I don't see what was the point of what was the reason? Like Cardi B say, what was the reason? Like, if you didn't even watch the damn shit, you didn't have to change the channel enough. You wasn't even tuning in. You ain't even no darn gone loss of a view, bitch. And from what I'm darn gone seeing from the metrics, honey, darn gone the numbers started coming in when Lil Nas darn gone came on. Honey, so for whoever called themselves changing the channel, honey, BET Awards don't give a hot damn. Because they darn gonna actually got an overall increase in numbers. And that's all that it matters. As long as the views are there, honey, they're gonna be happy with that queen. Kiss what you wanna kiss. Oh, make that money. Honey, money is what really makes the people dance, bitch. They don't give a damn about your motherfucking Christian motherfucking values, bitch. Not to call darn gon' Phil a bitch, but this situation is some bitch shit right here. You want the darn gon' reveal your darn gon' Bible toting ass. It's like, here we go. And once again, no shade to my Christian folks who watch me, but my thing has always been this. How can you say you conscious and Christian in the same breath and know about the history of Christianity being used to keep us docile? And this is why I say the people like Phil would be darn on problematic for the cause. It's like, once again, with darn on detrimental people like you, who the hell needs darn on enemies? Honey, here you got Lil Nas X out here living his best life. Living my best life. I ain't going back and forth with you. Well, but one thing darn on Lil Nas X do is troll, honey. He will troll the fuck out of a motherfucker. Because y'all make it so damn easy. He ain't out here darn going commit no acts of violence like some rappers that I see out here, like the Rainbow Leprechaun. What's his name? I can't think of his name right now, but the leprechaun looking motherfucker. The damn, Tekashi 69, that's his name. He ain't out here darn gonna promote no drugs and violence and all this, that, and the third. And his darn gone sexy lyrics ain't no more darn gone raunchy. And then that and actually is a little bit more tastefully written than the darn gone cisgender male counterparts that's heterosexual. Because at least they darn gone, at least he has enough decorum to make you think about what he's talking about. He does it in such a way where it's not just outright vulgar. Honey, I was listening to the radio, and you got this rapper talking about a woman eating the shit out of his underwear. I was like, what the hell? She eats the shit out of my underwear. What the hell? And y'all worried about what Lil Nas X talking about ride till you can't no more, ride till you can't. Honey, have you not heard, get a bucket and a mop, this some wet ass pussy, get a bucket and a mop. I ain't looking for a fight, but I'm down for a beat. What? Come on now. Lil Nas X darn on lyrics ain't no more darn on raunchy than the next motherfuckers. And actually, I would go far as to say it's a little bit more tasteful when you compare the lyrics, at least the lyrics of Lil Nas X, a child really has to think about the lyrics. Like, they got to be educated to read between the lines. But honey, when you got the Cardi B's and the these new kids of the world that I can't even think of their names because I don't even follow them like that. The Baby, Little Baby, and all these motherfucking new characters and shit. It's like they be saying some of the most outright raunchy lyrics and things that's just so out there. I would think you would be more worried about your kids listening to that and hearing that on the BET Awards versus darn on what Lil Nas X is doing. We just gonna forget that he also paid tribute to one of the best that's ever done it, Michael Jackson. We just overlooked the artistry that his shit was one of the most creative of that night. We just gonna overlook all of the good things, and y'all gonna be in y'all feelings because he darn gonna kiss the boy and he liked it. Y'all didn't have no problem with Katy Perry. I kissed a girl, I liked it. It tastes like chocolate. Honey, see, here's that double standard with these Christians, because I don't ever see this same video rhetoric come out when you have artists who actually play up on the lesbianism for pay. Katy Perry did it. Nicki Minaj did it. Britney Spears did it. Who else? You name it. Honey, all the girls were pretending to be darn on lesbians and darn on femme studs and shit for the motherfucking paper. And playing it up in their songs and shit. Got darn on just last year, darn on or the year before, you had darn on Cardi B and darn on Meg Thee Stallion darn on borderline doing a scissor number on stage. But all of a sudden, the man kissing is just too damn much. And then you darn on, and then see now I got to get on this no-name motherfucker, whoever this darn on so-called comedian is, talking about, oh, we gays and stuff be doing the damn most. Bitch, really? See, with motherfuckers like you and Flame and Row ass, once again, the theme of this video today is, with people like this, who the fuck needs enemies? And then it's like you give the ammunition for darn going heterosexual Christians like Phil to darn gonna try to throw something back at us. Because you get one person, and then they utilize that one person as if they the whole spokesperson for the entire community, as if we a monolith. It's like, and it's very contradicting. Just like you know that one black person can't be the monolith on speaking on conscious issues for the collective of everybody. It's a collective, cohesive effort. You would think they would have enough common sense to know not to take one person's thought process in the LGBTQ community and darn gonna just run with it like it's the motherfucking gospel. But see, when it fits their motherfucking narrative, that's what they do. When Flame and Row was on that bullshit that she was on, the he, the she, and the motherfucking we pissed me off that day, baby. Honey, they all ran with it. Every single last one of y'all. Y'all know who the fuck y'all are. I ain't even gonna name no more names, just about Phil's ass today. But yet the rest of y'all can get this motherfucker smoke too. Cause honey, y'all irritate the fuck out of me with that motherfucker bullshit talking about you don't have no issues with the community. But see, soon as you put but, it just nullified all the previous statements. Honey, don't come at me with no fake shit. See, I'm one of the girls that don't mind you keeping yourself over there and I keep myself over here. See, I don't need to be around no fake bitch. And see, I've always had to call out the church-going girls as well, the church queens. Because, see, y'all be up in this shenanigans, too. Letting this shit slide in the name of the Jesus and all this, that, and the motherfucking third. And yet, darn on, that's even contradicting in the way we said, because, hell, the way that darn on the Bible talks about Jesus, darn on Jesus be on some big shit, too. Hell, Jesus might be a darn on queen, honey. He had to darn on get married, darn on pregnant by a darn on spiritual insemination. He didn't do it the old-fashioned way. They say darn on God is a jealous God. Honey, and darn on the guy looked back at the city, darn on God got so envious, turned the whole darn on city to salt. Honey, darn on God had some darn on bipolar ways, and since y'all made him in the image of a male, honey, we can say darn on God himself is a gay male. Why y'all want to talk about darn on God, darn on being anti-LGBTQ? Honey, quiet as kept. The way that the darn on Bible was written, honey, God darn on seems like he's part of the damn girls, honey, part of the catty girls. But y'all ain't ready for that conversation. But what's even more about the conversation is that God only even supposed to be a darn on male. If we really go back to the true origins, if we go back to the true entity of our roots, honey, the being that is supposed to be of a God is actually a black woman. But once again, the most disrespected, the most neglected, most abused person in America is the black woman. So they ain't going to put the most highly beloved image of the most neglected, the most abused in this country. They ain't going to deify the black woman. They always going to image the white man. And you always going to have a black man darn on coming back through pandering on behalf of the darn on white imagery man that's supposed to be the black woman. Now they ain't ready for that conversation either. Since they want to come up here talking about darn on Julius Caesar darn on Bible quotes. Talking about, oh, this ain't darn on TV friendly and all this, that, and the third. But we done seen Britney Spears and Madonna and all these folks on every other platform. Then you want to go back to, oh, this wasn't BET back when such and such owned it. But bitch, please. Bitch, motherfucking please. Honey, BET Awards been on since motherfucking 2000. Don't play that motherfucking game with me because I used to watch the BET Awards when the shit was actually popping. The shit ain't really been the same since Monique darn gone hosted the shit back in 2004 and 2007. It started falling off when they had Queen Latifah hosted, but it was still somewhat alive. I remember when the BET Awards used to be an annual event. Honey, black folks would set out their time, honey. And I will give the Christian community this, that y'all don't get enough time like that no more. They done cut out the Christian segments. I remember the Christian segments used to be like an hour within its damn self. And I don't even fuck with the Christian music. But honey, they used to have Yolanda Adams, Shirley Caesar, the Marys, and all them get down. And I appreciate it. Everybody had their fair share. But now you want to demonize the so-called secular music that you don't agree with. And talking about, oh, this ain't how it was back in the day. Oh, really? So if I go back to the 2000s, you telling me that darn going they wasn't bumping darn on Beyonce's darn going Beyonce and Sean Paul's Baby Boy, Crazy in Love, Get My Body, Kelly Rowland Bump Like This, Motivation. They wasn't bumping motherfucking down skeet skeet skeet. Honey, I know I can find some raunchy lyrics throughout the rap segment of the BET Awards that goes all the way back from the inception of when the show started. And the girls up there gyrating everything, even back then. It's just, it was back then, it was a little bit more spaced out where you at least had an equal amount of the Christian representation. So I will give y'all that y'all are not getting as much representation anymore. But at the same time, bitch, turn on the Dove Awards. If you have so much shit to say, go ahead and darn gonna support the Dove Awards, motherfucker. Talking about, oh, it's just too much to see. Honey, only thing he did was darn gonna give a kiss. Y'all act like he was up there simulating blowjobs and shit. And then that didn't make sense with me with the motherfucking darn on boy talking about, oh, Lil Nas X need to darn on talk about putting a condom, teach the girls how to put a condom on. Honey, what the fuck for? This is a motherfucking, this is a music video. And the males are serving up as, you know, background teasers, dancers. I don't know what would be the male name for a video vixen. I guess a video Bambi, a video Dargon Dasher, a video Prancer. Matter of fact, that's what we're going to call the video guys. We're going to call them the Prancers, honey. So, you know, he had his video Prancers back there. And then Phil, his dumb ass, going to show this comedian talking about, oh, Lil Nas X should have done something positive like Dargon had a condom on his tongue. What sense does that motherfucking shit make? Now, you talking about the kiss was already sexual enough. And we know damn well when you talking about darn a condom, that's simulating darn how to put a condom with your tongue on the darn man's dick. If you don't think that was darn I would think that would be way more explicit and unprofessional than what we saw on TV. So, but once again, when darn they're quick to demonize, all common sense goes out the window. When they darn so quick to bash one of us, honey, all sense of morality go out the window. Cause Phil dumbass didn't see no darn problem with a man talking about Lil Nas X should have had a condom, which would have simulated darn putting a condom on the dick. Once again, from what I've heard of Lil Nas X lyrics, I've never heard anything about unprotected sex. Lil Nas X ain't out here having multiple kids. Nick Cannon. Who else? You got Nick Cannon, you got Drake, you got Future on baby number 10. Darn Nick Cannon creeping up behind him with baby number 7 by baby mama number 4. Well, baby mama number 3 because, you know, Mariah Carey was a wife. So, I don't put her in the baby mama category. I don't hear you talking about none of that situation, Phil. But you want to talk about a man who is single, who's just doing regular darn secular music, as you want to call it. But ain't promoting no violence or anything. Matter of fact, Lil Nas, I would say, would be the equivalent to like somebody like a J. Cole. Well, you know, not conscious in a way. But, you know, his music is more comparable to like a J. Cole, Chance the Rapper, like, who else? Common. Like, when I think of Lil Nas X, I don't think of him being like the gay version of somebody like Eminem or 50 Cent or anybody of that caliber. So once again, what's the damn problem other than the fact that he's gay? You so repulsed by him darn kissing another guy, and they're gonna talk about, oh, stuff should be left in your bedroom. Honey, so pretty much you just low-key saying that gay people just don't have the right to show no type of regular affection compared to everybody else. So a simple kiss on the lips is darn too much for everybody to darn see. And see, this is what I don't understand with Christian foods, like darn pork chop lip having feel. One of his motherfucking mouth looking like a darn fresh version of Uncle Ruckus from the motherfucking Boondocks. Honey, don't let me get to reading your ass. I'm trying to keep it respectful because you is our largest channel in the community. You be having a lot of good information out there. I can't remember old girl's name, the one with the afro that be on there regularly. I know Sister Vicky Dillard. And then you have Nathaniel Leahy on there. And which is contradicting within itself. Because once again, you darn choosing Bible quotes. The Bible also talks about darn meat. Not eating stuff out to sea. But honey, I'm seeing that weight is starting to creep back up on you, honey. You lost a good deal of weight and it's slowly creeping back up on you. You ain't gave up your darn wife's darn processed pies and shit. Because I highly doubt that your darn beautiful Native American wife is darn making everything from scratch. With pure, non-preservative ingredients. But you have darn Nathaniel Leahy up on there telling you about the dangers of certain preservatives and shit. Yeah, we can tell based off your waistline and the increased size of your pork chop darn smacking looking lip that you ain't darn cut out none of that damn shit. So you might not eat no swine. But I can tell that you at least had a darn lamb or two. And darn people always want to say that lamb is the exception to the Bible. Please show me the where lamb is an exception. Now, just because they said you sacrifice a lamb up to Jesus, which I think is problematic within itself. Y'all want to talk about the pagans sacrificing chickens. What's the damn difference? Y'all sacrificing a whole damn lamb. They ain't done shit to you. Once again, contradicting. And don't the Bible speak of shellfish and stuff? But honey, y'all be have that on at the seafood boil. Come party time. A lot of contradictions. But y'all worried about what Lil Nas X doing in his performances, just simply kissing a man on stage. But once again, I ain't heard none of this as a collective. Now, I will give Phil this. I think he did do a video calling out darn on Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B. But as far as the collective history, honey, I ain't heard him speak on some of these modern day male rappers who are doing stuff that is way more problematic, who has a target audience that includes some children. But once again, you worried about Lil Nas X. Really? Really, bitch? That's all I got for motherfucking darn gone pork chop, darn gone Uncle Ruckus looking darn gone Phil from the Advice Show. Y'all leave y'all thoughts on this situation. Like I said, ultimately, I'm still a fan of Phil, but this is one of these situations where we not only agree to disagree, but honey, he pissed me off with this shit. And this is why black LGBT people feel like they have to make a distinction between just being black. Y'all always like to say, well, why can't darn going black LGBTs, just be black first? I hear that term go around with a lot of y'all. Oh, why can't we just be black first? Why we got to bring sexuality into all this? Because when we minding our damn business, when we out here trying to live our best life, y'all always bringing sexuality into this. Because if you telling me that I can't show no sign of an affection to a guy because you don't like my gender identity, or as for somebody who's gay, you don't like the fact that two gay men is together, so you want to darn gonna throw your religion upon somebody else. You gonna darn going, but and then at the same time you talking about that you're not darn going, you don't care, but at the same time you making so much regulations on how somebody else supposed to live to appease you. Somebody don't supposed to hold their darn on male partner's hand just so they don't darn on upset you. We can't see gay people on TV because, oh, our children, that upsets you, as if there aren't LGBT children that don't need to see positive images of people in their likeness. Especially black LGBT representation. But because it upsets your Christian ass, oh, we can't have this darn on contaminating our children. Oh, it's going to turn our children gay. It's programming our darn on children. Oh, really? Yet, I do believe a lot of y'all grew up watching the soap operas with y'all darn on grandmothers and some grandfathers as well. And I don't think y'all was saying that same bullshit when some of your children was seeing the sex simulations on The Young and the Restless. Because we know black folks, honey, that's their number one soap opera. Y'all love some motherfucking Young and the Restless. I'm sure when y'all was oohing and eyeing when Shamar Moore and Vivica A. Fox was on there, an old dude who just recently died, y'all wasn't darn on that bullshit. I'm sure when y'all was watching raunchy shows like the motherfucking Players Club, y'all didn't darn gonna send your children out the room. And hell, y'all don't even want to have the conversation about some of y'all in the hood trying to rent a grown woman to darn gonna molest your darn gonna sons. And then some of y'all know, excuse the shit, talking about, oh, that was done so, boys don't fall in love as they get older with the first thing they darn going mess with. So, you darn gonna go get a woman early. That's the excuse in your mind that you make for having a 20-some-year-old woman have sex with your child at the age of 12, 13, your son. Now, on the flip side of that though, now let's say women who are actually more emotional than that of men. So if you're going to go by that logic, It will be, are you going to darn gonna bring a 20-something, 30-something-year-old grown man to darn gonna grind up on your darn gonna 12 to 13-year-old daughter and say, well, I'm trying to get the emotion out of her not to fall in love with the first dick that she sees? And we can darn go off of the same logic that you trying to do with the sons and say, well, women are actually more emotional than that of men. We are more caring and we have more of the emotional drive than men. So it will excuse the behavior of that. So just like we would look at it weird for that, why don't we look at it weird when darn going you have grown ass men putting darn on grown ass women on adolescent darn on male children? Now speak out on that. See, y'all ain't having those conversations on the collective. Y'all excuse that. Y'all excuse every type of debauchery. But LGBT representation in any kind of way is just too much. Not that they having no hardcore sets in front of you or anything of that nature. Not, okay, you can have an issue with the pride marches down the street in underwear. I do think that is a little bit problematic if children are at such events and you got your whole Johnson out in the jock strap. Okay, I'll let you have that. But a simple kiss on an award show, a simple doggone, prancing striptease number that ain't no more raunchy than the female equivalents on stage. Oh, I ain't gonna let you have that. Oh, no. And if anybody want to have the doggone debate with me, honey, we can have the debate. And Phil, I'm sure you don't want to go toe-to-toe with me, but if you do, I'm definitely up for it. Although you probably say, well, bitch, I might be clout chasing. A bitch only got, 1,200 subscribers over here. Your ass got 1.2 million. So it wouldn't make sense for you to debate me or whatnot, to come, especially not to come on my platform or me to come on your, because anyway it would be seen as massive exposure. So I can understand that. So I would welcome you to get one of your female equivalents that is more comparable to me in the subscriber count, that has like 10,000 subscribers. I'm sure you can find one of the fly queens that's underneath your network to darn try to match with me. Whether it be Sister Vicky Dilla or one of the other ones. I welcome the conversation. Or you can darn just come down in the comment section. You don't even have to, address me publicly as far as on your channel. You can darn just respond to the comments. So I welcome y'all to share this with Phil. And hell, after this, if you decide to block me, you have that prerogative to do it too. But once again, this shit needs to be called out. I'm tired of darn motherfuckers like you want to tote the Bible and darn throw it over people's heads when you darn deem fit for somebody living their best life. Because when you give a motherfucker an inch, they take a mile. They go from simple shit like that to darn justifying, why you shouldn't get married. Why you shouldn't darn serve in the army if you transgender. Once again, all these stuff that no longer pertains to sexuality. And y'all don't never address none of these issues. But it's just because you hate our very essence, because of who we are differs from your darn programmable biblical beliefs. Your biblical beliefs that has been indoctrinated into you to keep you docile against everybody but your fellow black people. You want to demonize this person from doing this person from doing that, but you don't demonize the right people. There's not enough collective demonizing of the pedophile. There's not enough collective demonizing of the gangbanger or the rappers who promote that type of debauchery. But you want to constantly go out your way and make videos after fucking videos of people like Lil Nas X who ain't doing nothing out here to nobody. I don't even think Lil Nas X got so much as a motherfucking parking ticket. But y'all always want to sit up and park y'all motherfucking mouths and talk about what he's doing with his parks. Let it make sense. But then y'all be the main ones talking about we trying to throw something on y'all. But every time I turn around, It's y'all that's making 5, 6, 7, 8 hour live streams. Tell me the LGBTQ panel that is constantly making 5, 6, 7, 8 hour live streams on straight people. I wait. Yeah, you be hard pressed to find one, let alone about 10, 15 of y'all motherfuckers. And this is why black LGBT folks have to lead with sexuality, because of the fact, just like Black Lives Matter, we have to say black LGBTQ lives matter. Because, honey, when it comes to black folks like Phil, honey, let my ass be getting chased down the street by a supremacist. You think he's going to be on that black first type of shit when he sees my motherfucking ass? Let's keep it real. Some of y'all are turned the other damn way. Some of y'all will make excuses and say, oh, well, she trans. And this another thing y'all do. Y'all say, oh, well, she trans. She must have darn gonna try to sleep with somebody. And darn gonna create the stereotype that every trans woman is somehow a whore on the street. Oh, all trans women are somehow promiscuous and just trying to jump in every guy's darn gone pants. You know, trans women just can't be darn gone stars like Lavon Cox. You can't have trans women to aspire to be doctors and lawyers, medical estheticians, marketers, and other such things. YouTube sensations. Everybody just got to be a streetwalker, honey. To hear some of y'all say it. We get attacked, beaten for an inch of our lives. Do we see any of those reporting on these types of platforms? You got the largest black darn on platform. Yeah, I'll be hard pressed to find one post where you darn on posted an injustice that happened to a black LGBTQ person. But we supposed to all be black, no matter the religion, no matter the politics, no matter where you grew up from, light skin, dark skin, Christian, atheist. Don't all that supposed to be secondary? But a lot of y'all lead with Christianity first, and then y'all put it under the umbrella of black first, and you want to darn gonna put black first under a Christian value. And if nobody don't align with your Christian value, subliminally they're secondary to you. But y'all want to talk about LGBT folks living their best life and darn gonna doing them. Nobody trying to darn gonna recruit you to no bedroom. Nobody trying to recruit you to see what we doing. Now, granted, there are some fuck ups in our communities, just like the fuck up that darn gonna gave you the darn that boosts your head up to think that you can say the shit that you said and think you wasn't going to get checked. There are fuck ups in our community, just like there are fuck ups in the black community. And pretty much the guy that you use on your video field will be equivalent to what the Candace Owens is to the Republican Party. And how Republicans feel like they can say every type of doggone downright dirty, degraded, nasty thing about black folks and try to justify us not getting reparations. And then they'll have the Candace Owens, the ABLs, the token darn on coon that be on the Roland Martin show, the dark skinned one and the brown skinned guy, that darn on speaks out about reparations and all this, that, and third. This is what the Flaming Rose and this darn on fool of a comedian is in our community. No damn different. No damn different. So that is it, y'all. Because I'm not about to harp on this too long. But it did need to be addressed. So I would love to know y'all thoughts down below. Especially my conscious folks. And once again, this is no shade to my Christian. Because once again, I do differentiate the good Christians from the ones that do too much like Phil. And once again, the Christianity is a very complex subject. Because I personally don't subscribe to it. But at the same time, I'm not going to hate on somebody who does. I just wish the shit would be in the reverse. Where if you don't like what I do, that's fine. Just don't go over darn going try to do shit like this. It's like if we all supposed to be black first. Let's just doggone agree to disagree on what secondary thing that we do, whether it be sexuality, whether it be religion, whether it be politics. If we all supposed to be black first, none of this shit should matter in the grand scheme of things. As long as nobody's hurting anybody, as long as nobody's promoting doggone violence in anybody, something detrimental as far as, you know, drug consumption, kissing another man is not going to kill you. It's not. Now, you defending your pedophile cousin or uncle or grandson and allowing him to still come to the darn going cookouts and shit and darn going not reporting it to the police, that's detrimental. That's detrimental. You out here justifying having an endless amount of darn on children unprotected. We just gonna act like STDs can still not exist if you get pregnant. Or you impregnating people. You just out here raw dogging random women. You went from one of the greatest singers that we've ever had. And darn on just went down to darn on internet thoughts. Nick Cannon. You went from a fellow entertainer, somebody who you can't say was a gold digger, who had her own, and you went to darn on regular level darn on baby mamas, Future, and the list just goes on and on. On and on and on. But we ain't gonna have those conversations. Y'all want to darn gonna be upset about Lil Nas X giving a simple kiss and darn going dancing with the prancers backstage. Once again, that's my nickname for the male version of the video vits, and we're going to call them the prancers. So that is it, y'all. Y'all leave y'all thoughts, comments, and questions and stuff down below. Feel free to like or dislike, share and subscribe, and I will see y'all soon with more videos. Mwah.